Greattitudes, 1197, June 29, 2023. Quotation. You're never too old to write. It's not like you're 80 years old and you want to start a restaurant and people say, you're too old, and maybe that's right. But writing? No one can tell you you're too old to write. Grace Rorimpande. My mom, at 82, is a published author. She has written 4 books and is preparing to write yet another one. What an inspiration she is to me, and can be for many others too, I believe, through her writing, even if she doesn't believe anyone other than her family would read her books. Secretly, these past few weeks have been challenging for me. In fact, my healing crisis culminated only today after an interminably long 4 days. This morning, when I woke up before dawn for the first time in weeks and even did my morning prayers without hesitation, I knew it. I chalk it up to today being Mom's birthday. When I go through difficult times, I try not to let my family know so as not to worry them. Once I'm over the hump, though, I tend to share. Though tentative at first, I finally talked to Mom about my recent unusual experiences. She's one of the few people whom I feel truly gets me when I talk about these strange spiritual stuff. Then, after letting out what I'd been withholding, I felt much, much better. And we moved on to another subject that binds us equally profoundly: writing. What she's done is truly remarkable. Her books provide a glimpse of life in a part of the world underrepresented in mainstream media during momentous times in its history through the eyes of a native. Furthermore, she not only presents stories based on her life, but also others, people of her generation and ethnicity. She gives voice to those who can't write for themselves. That's quite an achievement. As she puts it, even if nobody but her family reads or appreciates them, it is enough for her to have simply done it. She didn't do it for money or fame. She did it for self-expression. And now, to boot, looking at the physicality of the one she published recently gives her such a thrill. As she spoke, I could feel her deep sense of fulfillment, peace of mind. This is a woman who, for decades, I've seen through much suffering, the kind of pain that robs a person of his or her will to live. Even though past pain have their place in the archive of memories, they are now blurred by the stronger imprint of true, everlasting love. Who she is right now, just she being herself, present, and in the flesh where once upon a time she may have chosen otherwise, is, in and of itself, a grace of God. And Grace is her name, my amazing Grace, a physical embodiment of hope. Hope in that pain in this life, no matter how terrible it feels, is only temporary. That even if things don't seem to be going well, somehow there is hope for redemption in the end, even if we can't see it. After all, look at this little woman from a rural village in a not so well-known country who wrote and published a book in English, a language she barely spoke as a young woman, and is embarking on a writing career past the golden age of 80. Maybe one day I really will finish writing my books, and publish the ones I've written. So help me God, for my highest good and the good of all. I want for myself that peace and self fulfillment that I saw in her eyes so clearly yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom. By the way, Mom's first published book is The Beautiful Life of Maria Mutiara, available on Amazon.